What if the entire world stopped just for 12 seconds, and in that silence we finally understood what it means to be alive? Class, I'm going to explain Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda in 2 parts, covering every single line, every meaning, every literary device, so that nothing surprises you in your board exam. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, dilliTeacher. Stanza 1. The poet begins with a simple, almost childlike instruction. Let's count to 12. Why 12? Think about it, there are 12 hours on a clock, 12 months in a year, 12 zodiac signs. 12 is a number of completeness. It represents a full cycle. CBSE has specifically asked the significance of 12, and the board-approved answer is, it signifies the 12 divisions on a clock, a measure of time. Neruda is saying, give me just one complete moment, one full cycle of the clock, that's all, and we will all keep still. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally still. He's asking all of humanity, together, at the same time, to just pause. CBSE important point. Still here means both physical stillness, not moving, and mental stillness, not being restless. This is not about being lazy, remember this distinction. Because CBSE loves asking, does the poet advocate total inactivity? The answer is no. Also note the poet says we, not you. He includes himself. This is not a lecture from above, it's a shared invitation. Literary devices. Alliteration we will is repeated. The tone is gentle, persuasive, and inclusive. The poem opens in free verse, no rhyme, no rigid structure mirroring the natural, human quality of the request. Stanza 2. For once on the face of the earth. He's emphasizing that this has never happened before. Humanity has never collectively paused. Not once. The phrase face of the earth is a personification. It gives the earth a human face, making it feel alive, watching us. It also reminds us that we all share the same planet, the same home. CBSE has asked this as an analogy question. Face of the earth, sudden strangeness, alliteration. The answer is personification. Let's not speak in any language. This is profound. Language is what divides us. Hindi, English, Spanish, Mandarin, these become walls. Neruda says, if we stop speaking, we stop arguing, debating, threatening, lying. Silence becomes the universal language that connects us all. He is not against communication. He is against the miscommunication, conflict, and barriers that language creates. Let's stop for 1 second. Just 1 second. He's not asking for a lifetime of meditation. He's asking for the smallest possible unit of shared stillness. Even that would be revolutionary. And not move our arms so much. This line has a pun asked directly in CBSE 2016 and 2020. Describe the pun on the word arms. The word arms has a double meaning. It refers to our human body parts, physical arms, hands used for work, and to weapons and ammunition, arms used in war. Neruda wants us to stop both. Stop the physical labor that harms us, and stop the weapons that destroy others. This pun is also a synecdoche. Arms represents all human activity and aggression. Literary devices. Personification, face of the earth. Pun divided by double meaning. Arms equals body parts plus weapons. Synecdoche, arms, represents all human activity. Anaphora let's is repeated at the beginning of consecutive lines, creating a persuasive rhythmic appeal. Repetition of let's, tone of gentle persuasion, like a friend making a request. Stanza 3. It would be an exotic moment. The word exotic is brilliantly chosen. CBSE has asked. The word exotic in the extract most nearly means a unique but luxurious C, rich D, elusive. The answer is a unique. We use exotic for rare, unusual, beautiful things, a rare flower, a faraway island. Neruda is saying that silence itself has become so rare in our world that it would feel exotic. When was the last time you experienced complete silence? It's almost impossible in modern life. The very fact that peace feels exotic to us is itself a commentary on how broken we are. Without rush, without engines. This is a direct critique of modern industrial life. Rush represents our obsession with speed, deadlines, productivity, hustle culture. Engines represent machines, factories, vehicles, technology, everything that creates noise and pollution. The Industrial Revolution gave us progress, but also took away our peace. Think of it in today's context, the constant scrolling, the notifications, the FOMO. Neruda could have been writing about social media addiction without even knowing it. We would all be together. Right now, even when we're physically together, we're mentally apart on our phones in our own worlds. But in this silence, we'd truly be together, connected, united, no distractions. CBSE has asked. The poet suggests we will all be together when. Answer: when there is only silence, no rush, no movement, and a mood of introspection. In a sudden strangeness, this is one of the most beautiful lines. Togetherness and peace have become so unfamiliar that if we experienced them, they would feel strange. How tragic is that? Being at peace with each other would feel alien to us. That's how far we've drifted from our natural state. The expression sudden strangeness uses alliteration, the S sound, and suggests the moment when work pauses would be unusual and unfamiliar, because we've never experienced global unity before. CBSE important point: exotic moment and sudden strangeness. CBSE frequently asks what these mean. The exotic moment equals the moment of collective silence, peace, and introspection. The sudden strangeness equals the unfamiliar feeling of universal brotherhood. Also, CBSE 2023 asked, excessive activity would create an atmosphere of A. Productivity, B. Mechanization, C. Confusion, D. Competition. Answer: confusion. Literary devices. Imagery. The entire stanza creates a vivid picture of a still, silent world. Paradox: togetherness feeling strange. Alliteration: sudden strangeness. Antithesis: rush. Engines versus stillness, togetherness. Repetition: without emphasizes absence of chaos. Stanza 4. Now Neruda gives concrete examples of what this silence could do. He moves from the abstract to the real, and this is where the poem shifts from dreamy to heartbreaking. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. This represents man's exploitation of nature. Fishermen hunt whales for profit, driving them towards extinction. In the silence, they would stop. They would realize the cruelty of what they're doing. The whale is a massive, majestic creature. Killing it for commerce is a symbol of how we destroy nature for greed. Now here's the topper-level detail that most teachers miss. Cold sea is a transferred epithet. CBSE has noted this. The word cold literally describes the sea, but it actually reflects the cold-heartedness of the fishermen who kill whales without feeling any remorse. The adjective is transferred from the person, the cold-hearted fisherman, to the object, the sea. This is the kind of observation that separates a 4/4 answer from a 3/4 answer. CBSE 2024 specifically asked, what is Pablo Neruda's complaint against fishermen? Answer: Neruda's complaint is that fishermen harm nature by killing whales. He urges them to stop their harmful activities and embrace stillness and introspection to appreciate the beauty of nature. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. This is deeply moving. The salt worker is a symbol of the exploited laborer. He works so hard, his hands are damaged, cracked, bleeding, but he never stops to look at them. He's so caught up in survival, in the daily grind, that he ignores his own pain. In the moment of silence, he would finally notice his own suffering. He would have time for self-reflection and self-care. CBSE important point: 2 types of harm are addressed here. Harm to nature, whales, and harm to oneself, hurt hands. Neruda is saying that in our constant busyness, we damage the world around us and ourselves without even realizing it. The tone here, as CBSE 2025 noted, is appealing. The poet is making an emotional appeal, not giving an order. Literary devices. Transferred epithet: cold sea. Cold actually describes the fisherman's heartlessness, not the sea's temperature. Imagery: cold sea, hurt hands. You can almost feel the cold water and see the cracked, bleeding hands. Symbolism: fisherman equals exploitation of nature. Salt gatherer equals exploitation of labor divided by self-neglect. Juxtaposition: nature's suffering placed beside human suffering. Enjambment lines flow into each other, mirroring the continuous, unthinking cycle of labor. Stanza 5. This is the most politically powerful stanza of the poem, and it's an exam favorite. Questions from this stanza have appeared in 2019 twice, 2020, 2024, and 2025. Those who prepare green wars. CBSE 2019 asked, whom does the word those refer to? Answer: those refers to warmongers, policymakers, and governments of countries who prepare and wage wars. Green wars refers to chemical and biological warfare. Green equals chemical agents, poison gases. It could also mean wars fought over natural resources, oil, land, water, or wars against nature itself, pollution, deforestation. Think about it. Most modern wars are resource wars disguised as ideological ones. Wars with gas, wars with fire. A direct reference to weapons of mass destruction. Gas equals chemical weapons, like mustard gas in WWI, nerve agents. Fire equals napalm, bombs, nuclear weapons. The escalation from green to gas to fire shows how war has become progressively more destructive. This escalation creates a climax. Each type of war is worse than the last. Victory with no survivors. This is the most chilling line and one of the most important for board exams. CBSE 2019 asked, explain the irony in the third line. The irony is devastating. If there is victory but no one alive to celebrate it, then who won? Such a triumph is meaningless and absurd. This is a reference to nuclear war, mutually assured destruction. This line is also an oxymoron. Victory, positive, combined with no survivors. Total destruction creates a contradiction that exposes the futility and absurdity of modern warfare. Victory without survivors is not victory, it is extinction. Would put on clean clothes? CBSE 2019 specifically asked, what does the poet mean by put on clean clothes? After all the blood, dirt, and destruction, they would wear clean clothes. This is a metaphor for a fresh start, purity, a new outlook towards life, innocence regained. They would wash away the stains and guilt of war, and walk about with their brothers. The word brothers is key. The enemies would recognize each other as brothers, as fellow human beings. War dehumanizes the other side. In silence, that dehumanization breaks down. CBSE 2019 asked, when can a person walk about with their brothers? Answer, only when there is peace. In the shade, doing nothing. Shade suggests peace, comfort, protection, nature's shelter under a tree, away from the scorching heat of conflict. Doing nothing here is not laziness, it is the absence of destruction. When a soldier does nothing, it means he is not killing. That nothing is the most beautiful something. CBSE important point. This stanza is Neruda's strongest anti-war message. Key exam takeaways. Victory with no survivors is both an oxymoron and irony. Clean clothes is a metaphor for purity, new beginning. Those equals warmongers divided by policymakers. Doing nothing is not equal to inactivity, it equals peace. Don't miss the second part. Subscribe for more such explanations. Thank you!